Okay, update. What's going on, YouTube? So, this is like the second time in my life where I'm absolutely speechless and I don't know what to say and I don't even know what to think. And it's like a massive, I don't even know what this is. A revelation, information, misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. I don't know what this is, and I'm absolutely spellbound and like dumbfounded and befuddled and whatever the weird words are that make you be like fuddy-duddy, like what the absolute F is going on, because I'm like, my emotions are like really being toyed with right now. I'm feeling like what kind of topsy-turvy world am I living in? I swear I'm in the Matrix, and then I pop my head out and see reality and then get thrown back in to some sort of like upside down, wibbly wobbly, weird, wild world that's just like wired in some web of the weirdest shit ever going on. And I think it's like all part of the shaking and the awakening and the forsaking and the I don't know, man. I'm honestly like, I'm just like, like if you could, I got one hand on the bike and one hand on my phone, but you could just wibble your lips when you do that, like, it's so dumb. I don't know what the fuck's going on now. So here's the update. Yeah, last night I posted a video that says what I texted my partner, my ex, because, I was tired of listening to everybody tell me silence, silence, silence. And I was like, silence is dumb. Silence is not using your words. Silence is dumb. She's giving me silent treatment. I'm supposed to give her silent treatment. We're supposed to just like live our own lives and be successful. And then 10 years from now, I'd be like, why did I do that? You were the one. You were the one. She was the one. He was the one. We were the one. How great. We're supposed to then feel bad about our mistakes. 10 years has gone past. It's like, so dumb. No, I don't agree with all the modern day Marxism of telling everybody to shut up and live in their own boxes and say nothing. You're all being fooled by the same school of thought of walk away, say nothing. So I was tired of hearing that, and I realized if everybody's echoing the same thing, then everybody's drinking the same Kool-Aid punch, and they can't be right. So I went against everybody's opinion of walk away, say nothing, say nothing. And I said something. And I sent her a text message. Because I couldn't show up at her door, and she wouldn't listen. And I couldn't call her, she wouldn't listen. And I couldn't send a letter, it'd be in the wrong tone. So I sent a text message thinking, fine. And I read it to you guys last night on my video. And then this evening, she responded to it. And you're like, what the fuck? And her response was really, 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 really long. And really like double-edged swords. And some of it was like encouraging about like she's feeling heartbreak and horrible and can't be happy without me. And I'm like, what? Another one's all about denial of what happened. And it's like, wait, what? If you're denying that, then why were you lying about all that? And then admitted to it. So there's still deception and lies riddled in with her answer. And then there's some confession about heart pain, how she's missing it. It's like, what? Like, what the absolute fuck? You were clearly having an affair with this other person, and now you're denying your denies, and now you're saying you miss me. I'm like, but then in that you're also dissing me hard on things from years ago. Like, remember this time 5 years ago? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't remember that time, no. And then you did that, and I'm like, I did what? I'm like, why didn't you bring this up then? Why were these not issues at the time? And you're just suddenly making up, you just kept a long running tally of things that irked you, and you never addressed them in a professional, like, timely manner. And now you're just throwing it all at me way after the fact, and have already broken up with me and left me, and now saying this up only because I replied to saying, where's the reply? It's like, what? Am I living in a fucking clown world? Is there like a magic house of mental mirrors happening around me? How is this the reflection? It's all bent and warped and makes no sense. So now I'm literally out of words. Like I'm trying to figure it out. I'm eating space cakes right now. I don't understand. Computer says no. I don't compute what you're trying to tell me. You miss me and love me and feel terrible about not being together. Yet you now renege on your lies and say that they're not lies, but they were lies, and you said that they were lies. Then you bring up issues from 5 years ago. Remember that time I wanted to go shopping and you had this issue about something? And I was like, I don't remember. No, I do not recall that. Remember that time you upset about that? I'm like, I don't remember. No. I remember like me caring for you and you saying I'm not listening to you. I don't remember that. I remember actually listening to you, but not in the way you wanted it. And you didn't communicate. What I see now is that she's got communication problems. And I think the communication, I said we should get a counselor, we should communicate more. But my issue was that she was never around. She was too busy with school and this other man. And now she's telling me I never had space for her, to communicate. Honestly, that's projecting upon me what her father did to her. After he died, she now put all this on me. You never listened to me, Dad. Because he wasn't there for her. He never listened to her. He was like a secret spy and said, not now, darling. I must do my secret James Bond stuff. And don't tell your emotions to anybody. Suppress them. I never, ever suppressed her emotions. I'm an actor. I'm a writer. I'm an artist. I'm a professor. I'm a poet. I'm a painter. I'm a person that expresses their emotions. And I encourage others to do it too. I don't hide them. I should hide them more. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be keeping them more in check. But the point was, I never told her to be quiet. I never repressed her. And she's feeling like that's the reason. Like, you got mad for something 5 years ago that I don't recall. And she's picking that as an isolated incident or as the example. And now I've never made space for her to speak. It's like my mind is absolutely fucking blown. I do not know what to say. And for the first time, I'm feeling like just totally dumb and dumbered. Like, look at my hair, Dumb and Dumber's right out of Dumb and Dumber. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to respond to that. There was encouraging things, meaning like, you've been miserable for 7 weeks as well? What? Why didn't you reach out to me? You were the one that ran away. You were the one that ran away from me when you said you've been lying. And now you're saying you weren't lying. Well, which is it? Obviously you were lying. I have proof of the lies. I have physical evidence of the lies. So you were lying. To what degree? You're saying to no degree. It doesn't make any sense. Your story doesn't add up. And now you're, I would say, gaslighting old issues, which were way in the past, as if they're present. And I'm flabbergasted. That's what I was trying to do. I'm totally astounded and in awe and shock because I don't know what to say now. I don't know how to talk, where this goes, what this means. I don't understand it. I mean, part of me thinks you lied and you're covering the lie again and you're now feeling bad about it. And because your boyfriend is married with kids and you realize that's really not going to be a fucking option for you. And then you're feeling bad about throwing away the one person you love, me. I think that's what's happening on her end. And so she has remorse and regret about that. But she's gaslighting it with old issues, saying it was you years ago that did this and did that, the other, and never listened to me. I'm like, I love to hear what you have to say. I've always encouraged you to share and speak. And maybe I didn't investigate enough. Maybe I should have asked more probing questions. I just expected you to tell me without me having to investigate, other than saying, how are you? How is your day? What's going on? What's new? I believe those are the best questions. I don't need to ask like, well, what's that? How's that make you feel? And what's that emotional recoil? And where does that lead? It's like I never really got into that type of questioning. I thought people could just, we've been together for long enough. You should be able just to confess and share your best or your worst. I didn't have a problem doing that. And I didn't think she did. I didn't ever repress her from doing that. Now she's saying that's the problem. I think that's gaslighting to make it about the things I did wrong so she can feel validated in still hiding her lies, and she feels victimized and bad about missing me and what we had, and realizes that that's broken and gone with and never coming back. And the relationship with her professor is not all that it's cracked up to be, because he's married with children and doesn't have time for her unless they're on a romantic getaway out of town. Pound town, as they call it. So I think that she's feeling not getting reception from him as much as she had hoped, and getting nothing from me, and realizes the void of no one cares for you other than me as much as I did and do and did and do. And now I'm not sure. I'm lost. I'm confused. I'm really dazed and confused by this. Hence the hair, bro. Like, Shaw. I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted, if that's the word. I'm absolutely, beside myself. I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over here. I'm not fully in the Black Mirror understanding what the fuck is happening. It does spark hope in me that she missed me and loved me, and I'm feeling like a dope, to that 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks could go by and wasted all we could have been. And if I didn't say anything, it would have been 7 or 8 years. And you didn't need to leave here. I wasn't even yelling. I wasn't even having stress patterns in my voice. I said, just tell me the truth. I won't get mad. I won't yell. I won't get mad. I've not gotten mad in over 1.5 years. I've been very calm. You can recognize that. Let the record state, I have been very respectable in my emotional actions and reactions. And you know that. And I've been very supportive for a year, for so long, like a year, 2 years, going on a year and 18 months, year and 8 months, a year and whatever, more than that. I can't remember exactly, but I do remember exactly. So when her father went into hospice in 23, spring, I just dropped everything. It was completely supportive. Whatever you need, no problem, whatever you need, no problem, whatever you need. And I said that. And she was here at my house 8 weeks ago, and she wanted to go home after 8 o'clock. And I was like, okay, well, whatever you need. And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'm going to stay here, I'm going to go home. I said, darling, whatever makes it best for you. Set your day up to win. So if you need to go home there, now I understand. If you need to stay, that's great. She's like, well, what do you want? I said, either, whatever works for you is my answer. No, give me an answer. That is my answer. That is my answer. That is an answer. That's not A or B, come or go. It's, my answer is whatever's best for you. That's an answer. But it's not the answer she wanted. And so she said that wasn't an answer, and she got mad and she left. It's like, that was pointless. I gave you my answer. It doesn't have to be the answer that you want. It was, and that was the answer you wanted, which is whatever works for you. I don't understand. I think I need to read more of these books on how to be what women want. They want you to take charge, take control, ask probing questions, be mysterious, don't be totally available, don't treat them totally amazing, but don't treat them totally bad. It's like, you want me to game you? You want me to read the game and game you as if you're a chick at the bar or at some nightclub or some party? You want me to play the manipulation, try to catch them game? I feel like that's stepping back in our relationship as opposed to stepping forward in what could have been. Like honesty, integrity, loyalty, forthcoming, and not needing to pry, but not needing to investigate. Just here's what's going on. This is the ups, this is the downs, this is how we go around. That's what you say when you come together. But she spent so long I mean, this past 2024, I saw her twice in January, twice in February, not at all for 5 weeks in March. And then it was April, her birthday, and then we had a celebration, and then she went out of town and had an affair. And I suspected the affair and asked about it, and she lied and said no, and then gaslit me for being defensive and victimizing myself. And I said, whoa, I'm so sorry. And then I never brought anything up again. I never said anything again. I was just like, my goodness, I'm just going to be zen, cool, calm, and not worry. And I was zen, cool, calm, and didn't worry. And then I let her do whatever she needed to for the next 2 months, go out of town with this mysterious man, and not be available for me for, that was April, May, I saw her twice, June, didn't see her at all, and then I see her in July. So, I mean, I'd seen you since January like 6-7 times. You had not stayed here in 2 months. The writing's on the fucking wall. You're not being available for my relationship, for our relationship. And then when I confront you about the lies that are clearly all over the fucking place, you said, yes, I lied. And then you ran away. Yelled at me, blamed me for something 5 years ago, saying that one time I got mad. I said, what? How's that even relevant to today? And then ran away. And then when I called you the next day and said 3 hours, why we're so great together, you said nothing but it's not working. It's not working, but. That's all you said. I mean, that's all confirmation that you're lying and you had an affair and you admitted you did. Now you're saying you didn't. Because the affair is not really continuing as much as she thought it was going to. That's the likeliness. And now I'm feeling like fucking trapped between a hard place. A rock and a hard place, meaning like I don't know how to go back. We don't get to resolve the last 8 weeks. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know where I'm going. And she's now giving me like hot, cold messages. I didn't lie. It was not an affair. I do miss you. I can't, it's been terrible without you, but you were terrible for all these reasons. You're like, why didn't we just discuss those when they came up? We could always be better, and we have ups and downs in life, and I think that's what a relationship is. You have ups and downs personally, individually, collectively, independently, dependently, together. One is up, one is down, then you bring each other up, you bring each other around, and around you go. And at certain times, one may be down and stressed, and the other may be up and down, and it's like we share that cycle, and we bring each other back up. And it's not a perfect like da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's kind of like this wave, and a circle and a yin and a yang of it. And so I know that there's been times where I was amazing and times where I wasn't amazing, and times where she was amazing, times where she wasn't amazing. Even though I still think overall she's amazing, and overall I think I'm amazing, and that's why I think we're amazing together. And I don't resent her for those mistakes. Like, well, you're not available. It hurt me for many years. You're not available. You're always too busy with school. Or did I get jealous or mad? No. Did I ask for time? Did I demand it from you? No, I let you do what you needed to do. And now it's just like, I brought it up and said, well, when is there going to be time for us? You said in the summertime. And in the summertime, there wasn't again. And then you said, all winter, you said, I didn't see you fucking 6-8 times. And now you're saying, summertime. And as soon as summertime hit, you fucking left me. And you wasted another summer. We only get so many summers in life. However old you are is how many summers you've had. That's a tragic thing. You only had X amount of Christmases and X amount of birthdays and X amount of summers. And they're limited. Especially the good ones. Where the weather's good and you feel good and you're happy and you're able to meet people and enjoy life. Soak up the sun and the fun. It's a limited fucking thing. It's the most special time. And you ran away. It was supposed to be our time. I'm so undone by this. I don't know what to say. I mean, I have a lot to say, apparently. I didn't think I did. I thought I'm trying to process my speech problem because my mind won't compute the things she said to me. And I don't know how to respond to her now. She sent me this hot, cold message. I missed you. It's been awful. I didn't do that. I lied about what I did and didn't do. and then you did all these things, blah, 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 many, many years ago, which I hold a grudge onto. It's like, okay, well, most of those things I've already corrected over the years and will continue to. That's called communication. You know what you're doing that's bugging me? This. You know what you're not giving me? Is this. You know what I need from you? Is this. You know what would be helpful in my life? This. You know what's not helpful in my life? That. That's called communication. You say it like that, and the person's like, oh, I will take note, try to accommodate, try to fix. Let me know how I can make that better for you. What can I do for you, honey? I mean, this is how we communicate in life to make it better. When you're a partner or life partner or husband and wife, you have understanding and you have the bravery to say, I'm not getting what I need from you or want from you or need from this other thing. It's like a boss. Hey, boss, I'm not getting enough money from this job. I need a job that pays me more. So can you provide that, or do I have to go find another one? You're a very valuable person here, and so therefore we'll provide you more. Like that. It's negotiations, not like, it's about communication and making things work. That's called making it work, because it matters. They matter, and you want to make it work. Any relationship will have its pitfalls and its obstacles, and you overcome them together. That's what's the most hard thing to find in this world. It's hard to find someone that does that with you. And then now she didn't want to do that. She held on to those little things, kept those little pebbles of problems, put them in her shoe, and then walked on them, and then eventually said, there's too much. And then 4 or 5, 6 years later said, these are the problems. And you're like, what? Why didn't you say this before? And you said, you did. I did say this before. Like, it doesn't seem to be as clear to me that as it does now. And I also had my own problems, and we addressed those, and I fixed my things and worked on myself, and you fixed your things and worked on yourself, and we're supposed to work on ourselves independently and codependently, and each other independently and codependently. Oh, what a complicated situation. And now I'm not sure what to do. Fuck. I don't know how I can trust her now. I can't. I want to. But like, she admitted she lies, and now she's saying she wasn't lying. You're like, well then what the fuck? And I have proof of the lies. I literally have photographs of the lies. And they began a long time ago. I remember when you did the first one. I remember it. So what about all that? And I asked for a conversation in person. And she still denied that. So you can't text all this shit. How are we going to ever either resolve it, dissolve it, solve it, evolve it, revolve it? What are we going to do? You know, you have to meet in person and come to some agreements on terms and conditions. And say, this is the past, this is the present, and that's the future. And have agreements on the narratives. That's imperative. And I'm really stuck thinking, what the fuck? So thanks for listening. Obviously, the authorities are here because I guess there's a fire. But fuck. I thought this was going to be like, man, the heartache I've gone through. You could have ended this heartache before it began. Just with a conversation. Years ago, months ago, weeks ago, days ago. And everyone said, ignore them, man. Ignore them. Say nothing. Well, that's a very stupid advice. Ignoring things does not make it go away. Ignoring things just only lets the malignant cancer get worse. You know? It only lets the tumor grow. So I say, if something's wrong, you got to bring it up. If something's not right, something doesn't feel right, you got to identify that thing and ask and investigate and then make it feel right. This business of ignore stuff, ignore it, walk away, say nothing, silence is your most powerful tool, is ridiculous. Try doing that with a fucking tumor. Try doing that with cancer. Try doing that with glaucoma. Try doing that with a fucking heart attack. Try doing that with any other physical pain, and you won't be here any longer. So, no, that's not healthy to be quiet and silent and just let it go and walk away. Face your fears. Face your dears. May you live long years. May your health be wealthy and your wealth be healthy. Thanks for listening. Peace and God bless.